with new teams entering Division I football over the last few years. I think it's time we get back to the base game teams this year. But which team will it be? Welcome to the Sacramento State Hornets Dynasty, former home of one Cam Scattaboo, and, more importantly, Oscar-winning director and former Hornets wide receiver Ryan Coogler. Just because it's an in-game team doesn't mean it's not going to be difficult. I mean, they're a one-star, for God's sake. So, we need a coach that truly knows the X's and O's. And I could only think of one man. Before there was Travis Hunter, there was the Iron Man, Adam Jones. For those who don't know him, check out the Sanford College Coyotes series over in the vault. As I stated, this man's Travis Hunter before Travis Hunter. He played corner and wide receiver for our Coyotes. He was unbelievable. With that, he is giving these guys all the proper skills to cover and catch on game day. So we get essentially killing two birds with one stone. As for the players, let's start with our best offensive player, Jamar Curtis. And what a shock, it's a running back that's our top guy. Right into my wheelhouse now, isn't it? Curtis is very balanced in both the run and pass game, so that gives us that do-it-all back that I really like, at least for this year. He is a senior after all. Our top receiving threat is tight end Jordan Williams. Now, I was a bit surprised to see a tight end as the top guy here when it comes to a receiving threat, but while he is our best receiver, he is a solid enough blocker to assist in the run game. Not dominant by any means there, but still very good. He isn't the most balanced tight end, but did you see that hurdle though? Now let's talk Matthew Coleman, who's the number one wide receiver. And his skills certainly make him a top option in a conference like the MAC. In contrast, he isn't the fastest on the field, only 89 speed. He certainly can take advantage of slightly lower defensive backs, though, so that fits the mold for a guy you want as your top option in a conference like the Mid-American Conference. Be even better in the SEC, Sun Belt, more than likely. Finally, on the offensive side of the ball, and I know we haven't talked about a certain position yet, but hold your horses there. Bryson Summers is by far our top offensive lineman. With a lot of these guys being seniors, it's going to be a lot different next year. But at least for right now, we have arguably the most important position on the offensive line covered by a solid left tackle. And that's more than we could ask for some teams, I think. Now let's head to the defense, and we'll start with our best pass rusher, Xavier Williams. While he won't be the best in the nation by any means, he's not going to have a gazillion sacks. He does have enough finesse skills to get to the quarterback and get around tackles, so big positive there. Big question is, how much is he going to be able to beat offensive lineman this year? Is he going to be a double-digit sack guy? I don't really know there. That's a question I can't really answer with him. Now, along that D-line, you've also got Will Weber. He's one of the few players that we may be talking about for more than just one season. I will tell you the deal breakers are not favorable to us for 90% of this roster, so we've got our hands filled. It's good to have a big body in the middle of that D-line, though, and this could be for at least 2 years to have a big body in the middle of that D-line. He is more balanced than expected, which I thought was very good to see, but his pure strength is what will hopefully push him into that top D tackle conversation. Dude is a mammoth of a man when it comes to the power he's got. Now, Derek Houston certainly is not the best linebacker we have ratings-wise, but his skill set might be the best of the bunch. This is a guy who you could even see rush the passer if we felt we needed him to. He might not be here next year with that pro potential deal breaker, as I stated. A lot of deal breakers are not on our side. But he may be a solid year. Maybe a solid year can change his mind. And probably some NIL more than likely. Another senior is our top defensive back, Elias Mulliken. Now, we've got a defensive back / wide receiver coaching him. So he doesn't have that lockdown corner yet. We can say that for sure. Mulliken is not that. However, he is very balanced and is probably going to fit really well in a press man defense, which, if you're new here, is the way I typically like to play, that old Seattle Legion of Boom style. But it's only going to be for that single year, which is the hard part here. Now, finally, let's talk about the most important position in football, the quarterback. Carson Conklin is going to be the top guy for now. But as we've stated, the deal breakers don't look good, and he may not be here for long. Now, is that a bad thing? I don't know. He does have a bit of a noodle arm, but the accuracies are nice. That's where you want to see him right now. Can we keep him around, or will it be about finding the new guy under center next season? Just going to point out, too, none of our quarterbacks are probably going to be here next year, given those deal breakers. Now let's talk about the schedule, because it is very friendly. No insane non-conference games. The toughest one is that Fresno State matchup on the road. And I don't think you can even call that a massively tough game. And the head-to-head against North Dakota State is just crazy because it's North Dakota State. And another one of the, and of course our rival technically as a school coming in. However, the biggest game in our hearts is going to be the start of the Ball Sac rivalry. The Ball State Sac State game. And every time that game comes up, it will be the Ball Sac rivalry. That gets us ready for the coaching debut of the Iron Man. And it also will be the first D1 conference game for Sac State. In week 0, we open against the Eastern Michigan, not Michigan State, Eagles. A lot better than some teams we've seen in the past. So, it's going to be asking a lot of this team to come out with a win in game 1. But hey, they've got a good ground game. And we know what a good ground game can do. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys for the debut of Adam Jones and our Sacramento State Hornets.